Hey, whew, y'all get in here. Get in here. Get in here, please. And don't bother me because I know my hair ain't done. I got it in pigtails, but I'll finish it later. Just y'all come in. Act like you don't even see my hair. Act like you don't see it. Nothing happened. There's nothing to see here. Move along. But listen, get in, y'all. We got to gossip. We got to talk. Things are happening. People are saying things. And we can't really ignore it. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit your like button, keep your like number, put your like number in the chat. Don't forget your engagement button on the bottom right hand side. All right, the circle with the emoji, send up the bubbles, let them know we here. Good bubble, bad bubble, in between bubble, laughing bubble, heart bubble, all the bubbles. Send them up, let them know we in here. Make sure y'all share the video in case somebody wants to gossip with us. We got to discuss Bravo today, honey. Bravo is out of order. The fan bases are bickering online. Kenya's twirlers are spiraling, but some of them are making some very good points. We got other Bravo celebrities weighing in. People have opinions. Um, Folks are shining a light on other people with their misconduct. Andy looking janky in the mug, Bravo looking janky. So many things are happening. Accusations are flying. We got to talk, y'all. We got to talk. We got to talk. So come on in, get comfortable. Let me greet everybody. All right. Let me holler at everybody. So we can go on and get into this because this right here, I don't think this one gonna just be a easy, easy does it type situation. I don't think so. Hey Janice, I missed you. What happened? Your work schedule changed? Or I just be coming on at the wrong time? I love Janice. Please don't ask me about my brother's business. I cannot tell you my brother's business. Please don't. Hey, Ronetta. What's up, sis? Thank you for being number 4. Auntie Eva is number 2. She's still celebrating. All right, girl, you better shake what your mama gave ya. Hey, Leah Aries. Thank you for being number 3. Mama's Peanut is number 4 and asking y'all to please hit the like button. Angela Davis is in the house. What's up, sis? How you doing? She number 6, and so is my good sis. Love my dogs too, and I love my sister too. Okay. Who else we got? What you mean? Why Giselle look like Chewbacca's auntie? See, y'all done started. Where is DS to run this reflection corner? Because I already know what type of night it's gonna be. If Leah done started already, I already know what type of night this about to be. Miss Niecy, she number 6 too. What? We got a hat trick, three in a row. What? Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady, is here. She's at her grandbaby's birthday party. Please tell her all of her aunties said happy birthday. Thank you for being number 7. Shannon says she number 10. Hey, girl. Bianca the Beautiful is here. Miss T. Ninety herself. She said, happy Saturday. Please hit the like button on your way in. Get your drinks. Shoes off. We about to have a good time. I got my drink too. Water. Listen, if it get too bad, you know what? Matter of fact, let me get my flask. Let me get my flask. Y'all hold on. I just thought about that. After Bianca said drinks, now my mind on it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. Now, whew, yes. Thank you, Bianca. Here's to y'all. We got the flask and the water. Because we don't know which way this thing about to go. Jay Darkness, what's going on? Thank you for being number 12. Miss Kaiser So Say is in the house. Hey, girl. Well, for the carnival, they say you got the carnival number 19. That what they say? You believe them? I'm sorry, sis. Thank you for being number 13. Number 13. Nene Ashley with her gorgeous self is here as number 15. Vintage, number 1970 is also number 15. Hello, hello. My sister Queena is 13. Hey girl, Jenny Patterson is 16. Y'all come in, hit that button, hit that button. DS, you in charge of that reflection corner. Y'all done already started. Leah Aries kicked it off with her foolishness. And I want y'all to make sure that corner stay working like a well-oiled machine, like, because y'all know how y'all act. Carrie Clark, hey, thank you for being number 16. Inel, hello. Trinita Howard, thank you for being number 22. I appreciate you, Inel. Thank you for being 16. You and D. Seratinas, that's my girl. What's going down? Shasha 8019, thank you for being number 26. You and Sweet Beloved. And E. Davis, 3 at a time, another hat trick. Hey, Princess with the puppy, thank you for being number 31. I appreciate you. Listen. Child, stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. I don't even understand everything that's going down right now. I don't. I ain't even gonna hold you. Hey. Catherine Bennett say present and accounted for, number 38. There you go. Listen, y'all. Bravo is looking real raggedy, and like at the end of the day, girl, yes, the flask had to be gotten. The flask had to be gotten, cause I'm not exactly sure what we supposed to do with everything that's developing. It's a lot developing. I got something to say about almost all of it, and I want to hear what y'all got to say about every bit of it. Hey, Dialogue Sisters, thank you for being 41. Kiro TV, hey boo, thank you for being 44. Oh, and are you 44 and 45? What you say? And Grace is 43. Cud and Clad is 44. What's going on? Good to see you. Brittany Blanco. Oh, I was trying to holler at Brittany, but I think I missed Brittany. It started moving too quick. Y'all know I have a thing about wanting to greet people, but it's getting ahead of me. Brittany's 46. Yvette, all the way from Birmingham, UK. Welcome, sis. Glad to see you. The Haitian Empress is 48. Hello, beautiful lady. Good to see you. My brother, Michael Alexander, with my first support of the whole day, is sending me a super chat. Hey, sis, finally caught a live. I've been working a lot. Man, I understand. It's hustle time. June is that type of month. Those of you who are regular channel members, y'all know this is time for y'all to go pay your Thanksgiving. So please make sure you make it past somebody's church. Get to that altar and drop off a Thanksgiving offering and tell God thank you. He got you through the first half of the year. Don't be ungrateful. Hey, Best BK. Tracy Lashley, thank you for being number 59. Tifara, thank you for being number 52. All right, Michael, thank you for being number 51. So look, I look like I'm getting down to the bottom of the list. Tracy Lashley, thank you for being 53. You was actually 45. I can dig that. I can dig it. So look like I done made it to the bottom of the list. Let me hit y'all with the housekeeping and straight into the gossip we go. Because y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. I just have so much to say. Okay? So listen. And thank you, Kiro TV. Hey, Candy R, what up, sis? Sean Loving Life. Man, my kinfolk sliding up and through here today. My day has been okay. It's been okay. Hey, Rochelle, thank you for being number 54. I ate some fish yesterday and like a little piece of chicken. You can't tell me nothing. I'm like, pop out of Sailor Man right now. I'm strong. Hey, Carla Pelly. So listen. Housekeeping. If there's anybody who is new, if you've never been here and it's your first time live, please make sure that you let us know in the chat by telling us it's your first time live or by at least saying FTL so we can welcome you personally and individually in the chat, okay? Because we are happy to have you here. Your first time, you're a visitor. After that, you family, and we're going to be expecting you to help us welcome somebody else too, okay? Also, make sure you like this video. Keep your like number. When you hit the like button, the counter goes up. Take note of that number because we do play the like lottery over here. This is more of a scratch off. It is not a Powerball. You will not get a car note, but we may have $5 on your MD 2020 or your Boone's Farm, okay? So when I ask for the like number, you got 2 minutes to get to the chat, and the first person to give me that number, if you got a number for me, I got something for you. Even if more than one person sees the same number because you hit it at the same time, doesn't matter. The first person to answer, I got something sweet for you. And remember, don't play the like lottery unless you have Cash App because I'm not using any other platforms. All right, Breach M, thank you for being 55. She made it home. Thank God for traveling mercies. Lady Dimples Bronx is new to the chat, so y'all know we need you to spam the chat with the word welcome. This is an excellent exercise so we can show you how the welcome goes. I need every person in here. Spam the chat with welcome. Whether you got a crown by your name or not, let's make sure everybody feels welcome. Lady Dimples Bronx, welcome to you. Please come again. Please don't let it be your last time. Life is beautiful. Welcome to you. Please come again. Don't let it be your last time. You're only a visitor once. After that, you are family. And we are so happy to have the both of you ladies here. Okay, we got Mimi Williams in the house. This is our head sniper with like number 60. I appreciate you. Ruth Ann Leverett. Hey, how are you? Welcome to you. Is this your first time too? Or are you coming back? If it's not your first time, welcome back. Ian the Court Junkie, my nephew is here. Hey, Neff. Wow. You can still put your like number in the chat, Candy Delight. I still want to thank you for it. Ian, thank you for being like number 67. I appreciate it. So look, Caleb Clemens. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ruth Ann, you said you coming back. Well, welcome back, baby. Virgo Gale is in the house. We got Debbie Garcia. So Housewife Talk is legal. We are in compliance because we got to talk about these people, honey. The housewives have run them up, but it ain't just the housewives, apparently. It's things going on. So y'all know what's happening in the Bravo universe right now. In the words of Mama D, they running amok in the castle. They running amok in the castle, baby. Things is happening. Ooh, something is happening. Baby, listen. Now y'all know Mimi say the head sniper is back, y'all. She said she ready to talk about people. So y'all know it's real tonight. Debbie is like number 68. Listen, I need y'all to get them numbers up. When I ask for a like number, I want somebody to take my money. Don't make me beg y'all to take my money. Don't do that. Don't do that. Leave me with some dignity, okay? Candy Delight, thank you for being like number 70. So listen, hit the like button, greet people. Conversation is going to be about the people that are on the thumbnail only. Please don't bring in a topic that's way out of left field because we're not going to talk about it. Please don't mention other channels on here because we're not doing it. If it's somebody I'm promoting, I'll tell you I'm promoting them, okay? No personal attacks, no rude comments toward anybody. Don't try it with me, okay? You understand? But please also don't do it with nobody in the chat. Let's everybody be sweet. We're talking about the people, not each other, even if we disagree on something, because I know some people may belong to certain fandoms. You may be team this or team that. I'm team Jesus. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I just talk about everybody. But I want y'all to be aware. Everybody is allowed to have a difference of opinion. Just make sure that if you disagree, you agree to disagree respectfully. Tongue and teeth fall out, kin folks don't. And we are family on this porch. So y'all want y'all to please bear that in mind. Make sure you all are greeting people as they come in. If I miss someone, don't you miss them. And if you see someone you've never seen before, say hello. And even if it's been somebody you just ain't seen them in a while, say hi. Nobody can possibly feel too welcome. There's no such thing as feeling too welcome. So make sure we're welcoming people and being kind. If you want to crack a joke, crack 10 of them. This is the place to do it. If you need to cuss, help yourself. Just spell your cuss words wrong, okay? And other than that, personal comments, keep them friendly, complimentary, all that stuff, and we good. Buckle up. Let's go. Because you know what we're here to talk about. This mess that done kicked up around Kenya some more. Hey, Vicky Black, thank you for being 67. Lady Dimples Bronx, thank you for being like number 72. All right, Auntie Eva says, welcome to anyone who is their first time live, okay? And Grace, you heard me on a channel last was one of my old reading sessions. Probably so, child. You know my mouth. So listen, Kenya done kicked up a dust storm. I don't know if this is a dust devil, a tornado, a monsoon, sandstorm. I don't know what to call it, but baby, it's been kicked up. So now, we know the conversation. We know what's being said. We know what's being alleged. We know what we've heard that confirms part of the narrative. Well, there's been more confirmation. So someone that we know is even more reputable. Because I'm not going to try to illegitimize anybody's claims, whether you like certain sources or not. I think it's very important that we always tell the truth. Y'all know we do not believe in lying on this porch. We, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, we do not believe in lying. We don't practice lying. So whether you like certain people or not, please be honest. There are a lot of reputable sources who have already reported this, but now it's being confirmed by a source that we know is very friendly with Kenya, and that is Love B. Scott. So now Love B. Scott is reporting that Kenya Summer Moore has indeed been suspended indefinitely from RHOA. I'm still on water because it ain't turned up. When it does, the flask is ready. Okay. Now, with that being confirmed, there's also some other information that's out there floating. So I saw a picture that they're saying, oh, this is what she got in trouble for. It's just a picture of Britney's face smiling, and it looks like a man's genitalia is like photoshopped into the picture. The problem with that is that appears to be the video or the television screen or television monitor or computer, whatever monitor that was on the wall that was displaying at the same time. We still have not seen the pictures that were on that poster board. We don't know which is which. I will say that alone is a no-no. That by itself is a no-no. And so with that being said, we all know Kenya went live yesterday. We went live after that to discuss what she said, what she didn't say, some of the things that were very concerning, like she and Mark are still married. The fact that what concerned me was the fact that she was saying that she's ended up spending more money in her salon than she meant to. That really concerned me because y'all know how I feel about Black lady entrepreneurs. I like to see us get our money back because I'm one of them. Okay, so that kind of hit home for me. You start putting your hard-earned ducats, okay, I know I'm telling my age, into a business, you want to see that money come back. Oh, there's my Yusuf. Thank you. They gave you like 175. I'm gonna show receive it. I claim that. So I like to see people get their money back. That was concerning. I did hear some other people that picked up on the fact that she was trying to like identify with other single mothers, like waving it like some kind of weird badge of honor. It was a little weird, disingenuous, problematic, but you know, she gave us some information in that live. It was not the information we were looking for. I feel like she did kind of gaslight, kind of throw up a smoke screen to a certain degree. Oh, this ain't the last you've seen of me, girl. What does that even mean? Either tell it or don't tell it, baby. Just come on there and say, I'm not telling y'all my business, and we good to go. But that ain't what she did. She did a little smoke screen, a little song and dance, you know. A little now you see it, now you don't. Gave us nothing. Oh, Tafara said, Kenya got a dark soul. We back on the dark soul. All right. Looks like I need to get my flask ready. It's going to be one of them nights. One of them nights feel like getting down. Miss Thelma, thank you for being number 77. So that happened. And so there were, you know, people showing her love. Portia showed her some love, and I think that's cool. If you ain't fall out with her, why not? She showed love to Drew. They said Drew was one of the last people to leave the event when everything popped off. Okay. And so I was like, okay, well, this is stuff that I can handle. And then the internet began to internet, and then I was forced to take a closer look at some things. Okay. Well, cool, Jen, as I live and breathe. We ain't seen you in over a year. How you been doing? All right. Glad to see you. Hit the like button, okay? Put your like number in the chat. So the internet began to take us back down memory lane to some other incidents that have taken place on Bravo. And I kind of didn't like the way they tried to draw the parallel, but there's still something to be said about Bravo and how they handle certain incidents. Y'all know I'm heavy on fair, whether I like you or not, heavy on fair. And I don't want to make the false equivalency or saying that somebody saying something is equal to cornucopia pictures and materials and videos or whatever, because it's not the same. It's not even close. Poetic Lyrics, thank you for being 74. It's not even close. Okay. Yeah, back down memory lane. We had to go ahead and go. Renee in here? Where her at? I see Vet saying, hey, but I don't see it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference in how they're handling certain things. I don't see Renee. Where Renee? Hi, I miss my sister. Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. When it's my sisters, I will literally stop a whole live to holler at my sisters. I don't know why I don't see her in here. Why is she not showing up in here? Renee, say something else so I can make sure I can see you, because I don't know why I don't see you. Hey, Renee. Hey, Hood Star, thank you for being number 86. So, dig. The first thing that came up that took us back down memory lane. Oh, there she go. There go my sister. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all don't know. I'll shut this whole thing. Let me quit playing. But really, I'm playing, but not really. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not playing that much. There was some things. So there's some audio. I want y'all to hear this because they wanted to really get into it. So Duchess Natalie, I'm going to give the same warning I gave everyone else. Do not mention other people's channels or other bloggers or YouTube personalities in my chat. Please do not do it. Please do not do it. Because they have platforms. Y'all can go in their comments with it. JC, thank you for being number 87. And thank you for being number 88, sis. Because we're not going to discuss that or any of that, because that's not my issue. Tonight, we're here to talk about Bravo. You want to talk about them? Go to them and talk about them. So look, the first thing they brought up was this piece of audio that we getting ready to listen to. Turn your sound up. I'm going to do my best for you as well, okay? So turn your sound all the way up.
When you're like that personality that's powerful, like me, you've been there since day one. I feel like I'm a threat to certain girls. I don't know why, because I personally think that everybody has their own lane. The problem is, don't you try to cross over in my lane. Now stay over there. We're going to have a car crash. I mean, stay in your lane, girl.
You may be wanting to leave Housewives, or people may be trying to phase you out. What is happening?
I don't know about the whole phasing out part. Actually, I asked Andy to ask Kenya why was she going around saying that, and I think Andy helped kind of clear that up a little bit.
Let's take a look at what happened on Watch What Happens Live with Andy himself.
Yes.
She would need to ask Bravo why they're cutting her out of many episodes this season.
Okay, but you're saying that she's being phased out.
Well, I think she is.
She's fighting to stay on the show.
Do you have a word for your reaction to that clip?
That girl is crazy. Something is really wrong with her. No, seriously. You know, if it was my time to go, I absolutely have no problem with that, because the show has been good to me. I've been there since day one, and I opened up this door so Kenya Big Mouth Moore could walk through it. Okay?
But you're an OG, Nene Leaks. I mean, this franchise is built on your shoulders, and
Yes,
I know
it was.
that.
Yes, it was.
So what about her saying that they're cutting you out of episodes?
Well, how does she know? I mean, is she in production? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why she says the things that she say, but what I do know is, for whatever reason, I don't know how it sounds. I don't know if it even sounds great to even say, but I think that she would love for me to be gone so she could be, in her mind, the head of the show, or the queen of the show, or the one that everyone is talking about. With me there, it's very difficult for her to have that kind of thing. So, and I also think that if I leave the show and Kenya stays on the show, she will be the demise of the show.
Why do you say that?
Because she's a nasty girl. Her attitude is nasty. She's not a cool girl. None of the girls, she tries to talk about the girls that like me. None of them like her. I mean, her attitude is stank.
But
Baby, that aged so well. This got brought back up. This came right on back people went to talking about, like Nene said, it, if she went and she stayed, it was going to be the demise of the show. I'm just going to say, I'm not saying that it's 100% accurate, but that particular prediction from Lenethia Monique Leaks is looking like it could have, that prediction could have some teeth. I ain't saying she Elijah. Okay? I'm not saying she's Elijah. I ain't saying she Isaiah, Jeremiah, Jonah, Michael, Nahum, Habakkuk. I ain't saying she none of them. But I'm saying that particular prophecy might have some teeth. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Right, Ivan went, and Lenethia did not hold back. Now, this interview is 4 years old. This is 4 years old before any of this happened. It didn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't looking good. Can we agree on that? It wasn't looking good. Nene saw she had the foresight, just like she had the foresight to kind of do what was best for the show in a lot of situations. Patricia, thank you for being number 93, Miss Tampa. I feel like she had some foresight here too. Now, there were some things that were said that I think people glazed past. And tonight I got time. I got whiskey, I got water, and hopefully I got y'all to hang with. When she said that she was being cut out of scenes, Nene was being tongue-in-cheek, and I think she was being a little facetious when she said, how she know? You in production? I caught that. I don't think the lady on Entertainment Tonight who was interviewing her caught that at the time, but I think I caught that. I feel like Nene was low-key saying, you working with production, and that's why you know that certain things are being cut out. And I think she knew that they were, kind of giving Nene a nasty edit and cutting certain things out because she said it, you know what I'm saying, out of her own mouth. So what it really comes down to is, you're not trusting the Nene. Hey, Godchild, I like your name. What is she selling? This is a 4-year-old interview, baby. This is old. This is from the archives. This is not new. Ain't nothing new going on. Delicia, thank you for being number 93. Give me shelter. Thank you for being number 94. But it was the fact that the production comment, when she was like, how you know you in production? I'm sitting there like, so production has always been an issue. If y'all recall back in the day, Nene kept alluding to the fact that production was giving her nasty edits, and it would be people like Kenya and Candy. Oh no, ain't no such thing. It ain't no edits, blase squaze. And it's like, nah, but it is though. And then thank you for being 92, Cecilia. The ill part with that to me is then when production started giving her nasty edits, and I told y'all last season, I felt like production did not play, they didn't play Candy or Kenya real nice. Like they handled them rough. Production handled them very rough last season. Showing them at their worst. They did not really cape for them like they normally do. There was no cutting out the bad behavior. They didn't cut out Candy screaming, "Ooh, I want to strangle you right now," while Marlo calmly has her hands behind her back. There was a time when they would have cut that out, and they would have only showed Marlo talking. They would have only showed Candy walking out, and I feel like something changed. Hey, Wani, I think you know what I'm saying? Something shifted with the way that production started dealing with Kenya and Candy, but Candy bowed out before they could really do her. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that Nene was like, yeah, how you know? I think that was a mouthful. Sometimes people can say the most with a question. Like, somebody got a weird case. Why are they around? Sometimes the question is so loaded. Duchess said, I don't think Kenya works with production. Kenya also said Portia was getting the best edits. I think she was on the outside looking in. Absolutely not. I'm going to need you to remix that and let's go. Where do we go, you guys? Put it in the chat. Back down memory lane. Let's go all the way back to Carlos King bragging about how much production loved Kenya because they did work with Kenya. And anything they asked Kenya to do, she was happy to do it. which is why to me it felt particularly like a stab in the back to Kenya Moore, the fact that she was willing to go along with them and do whatever they told her was best for the show, and then when she wanted to be able to develop and evolve, they refused to allow her to do so, and instead they started giving her the dirtiest edits they could in order to force her into that villain role. Wani, thank you for being number 96. Makeup Addict, thank you so much for being number 98. Okay, so yes, she absolutely was working with production, and then production for whatever reason they turned on her. Now, can we call a thing a thing? Hey, Jacob Polk, that's right. You know where we going. Anytime people get the plan, Nitra goes back down memory lane. Okay, because I found a photograph. It kind of made me laugh. Okay. And now we falling fast because she was absolutely working with them. Evie, my baby is here. She said, I literally was just finna say, Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? I'm telling you, all it takes sometimes is a question. We got to ask the question. How come? DH, thank you for being number 100. I'm glad you're here. I see all my songbirds in here, honey, back down memory lane. Okay. And my baby girl is asking y'all to please hit that like button. Okay? Because see, at the end of the day, we got to go ahead and call it what it is. We got to call it what it is. So they turned on her since she went to Aruba with Mark. Could be. Could be. But see, one thing about shoes. One thing about shoe. The other shoe always drops. Funny thing about the world too, it's always round. So see, when she was so smug, hey Don Kilpatrick Thomas, when she was so smug and just disavowing everything that Lenithia said, oh, it ain't no editing. Editing ain't the problem. Well, now that it's your problem, it's the problem because they're not saving you no more. Hey, Tony Booth. That's right, honey. Anytime we need to, back down memory lane, we go. We're going to take a few trips today. Vintage say her attitude may have started to affect production. It could have. It could have. Y'all done started in the chat. So let me grab my notebook because there's quite a few things we got to cover. I did catch that Lenithia said that. I did catch that she pointed out the fact that she felt as though, okay, Lady Dimple say, she believes it's karma. You Buddhist? Are you Buddhist? Because I'm not Buddhist, but I can dig it if you are. You know, my religion, we call it reaping. But I understand if that's your religion, then you know it's kind of the same thing. Trina say, dig one ditch, you better dig two. Now, yeah, that's what Mama them said. Jacob say, you would think she would have been on her P's and Q's when she threw them under the bus to Carlos. People always remember. That's true too. That's true too. But the other thing that Nene said in that 4-year-old interview was that, hey, Mo Better Flower Petals, was that she felt as though, now these are Nene's feelings, and I'm going to say I do agree to a certain degree. Not 100%, but to a certain degree I do. When she said that she felt as though Kenya probably wanted her to be gone so she could be the center of attention or the queen of the show or whatever, yada, yada, like that. Okay. Hey, Miriam Sanfleur, thank you for being 108. Jabret, what's up, girl? Yes, you reap what you sow. That's right. And that's true. That's the law. Ain't no way around that. Life is Beautiful say, Kenya thought she was untouchable. Well, okay, I'm going to go back to this. And then I'm going to address what Lenithia said about her wanting to be the center of attention. One thing about that, Life is Beautiful, is that if she did feel that way, let me ask a question. Is it her fault? Is it her fault? Okay. Because people learn from experience, do we not? Even babies. If you walk up and touch something and it burns your fingers, your memory is going to tell you, hey, when I touch that, it burns. Hey, Dana Scott, thank you for being 111. So I feel as though Trina said Kenya came to the reunion saying she was a star of the show. Remember, when was this? Which reunion? Because I don't remember exactly. She says a lot. Just tell me which reunion and maybe I can grab it or something. But is it her fault? If she's been able to do certain things over the years, and there were no repercussions at all. The one time she got a repercussion was they was upset because, you know, she kind of kept that marriage, relationship, situationship, whatever, with Mark away from them. They felt a way about that. Then she got some discipline from them. But for the most part, Bravo has supported her in her actions. So this is why I feel a little bit of a way for how they're handling it, but not really. Does that make sense? Right. Bravo made her feel that way. So I feel like you don't get to, okay, Trina say it was reunion, season 6 reunion that she said she was the star. One of y'all pull it up on Peacock or check it. Hey, I'm that girl. Thank you for being 115. Another one of our UK sisters. I feel like they propped her up and they encouraged the behavior is what I'm getting at. And I feel as though a company that big, a business that big, a corporation that big, Bravo is too big. Truly Original is too big. Hey, Belicious, thank you for being 115. You as an entity that's that big cannot encourage that kind of behavior in an employee or a subordinate and then turn around and expect them not to engage in it. I feel like there's a power dynamic there, and that power dynamic has come back up again in Andy Cohen's lawsuits. There's a case to be made for the power dynamic. If the party that is in absolute power encourages certain behavior, puts people up to certain behavior over an extended period of time, you have established simply by the power dynamic in that relationship that this behavior is okay. Not only is it acceptable, not only will they look the other way, but that they encourage it. And that's where I'm coming from with it. Right, Godchild? I understand that she's not the only one, and we're going to get into that too, because I see a lot of false equivalencies with that. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't appreciate that either. As much as I don't appreciate Bravo, because y'all know I don't like Bravo at all. Okay. And I've been very clear about that. I've been as transparent as cellophane paper at a bake sale at the Baptist church. I don't like Bravo. So I'm going to call out when they have a hand in it. And I think right now it's easy to go ahead and deal with her on a discipline front to kind of clean their hands and wash their face. But I feel as though they're just as complicit, whether they told her, hey, Kenya, go and violate this woman this way, or whether they simply looked the other way when they knew it was happening. Okay? Because you're not going to convince me that while they were setting up for filming, they don't just show up for filming the same time that the cast members show up. They have to show up early. They have to set up and all this other stuff. You're not going to tell me none of them knew what Kenya was planning to do. You're not going to tell me none of them knew what Kenya was planning to do. They knew full well what she was planning to do. Hey, Shalon. Do I think that they specifically put her up to it? No, I do not. This has Kenya's low-class hands all over it. Did they know? Were they made aware before everything jumped off? I do believe that those producers knew. I believe they absolutely knew. And I think that they let it happen because it was just salacious enough. It was just trashy, cheap, and tawdry enough to get the attention on the show that they want on the show. Thank you for being number 120, Shalon. Now, that's what I think. Okay? So while I absolutely feel like Kenya needs discipline, and I'm not taking it back, you do not do that to another sister. There's nothing that woman said that justified that behavior. But on the flip side to that same coin, Bravo, your hands are not clean. You are complicit. Not just in this action, but in everything Kenya has done over the years. You all are complicit. Okay? So from there, I saw a lot of conversation about other people on Bravo, on different Bravo shows, who have engaged in problematic behavior. And it was a plethora. That's the word I want to use. There were a plethora of inappropriate interactions that took place between cast members on and off the screen. And I couldn't draw direct parallels to all of them, but I saw something that made me pay attention. Hey, Sherry Shear, thank you for being 127. Godchild says, I actually think they told her to do that to get the ratings up on the show. Yeah, no, I'm not buying that. You couldn't sell me that with a block of government cheese, and y'all know that government cheese used to be banging. Yeah, but you couldn't even sell me that with 3 boxes of government cheese. I wouldn't even buy that with that. But we're gonna call a thing because it's a whole lot of dirty hands here. So when all of these different instances came up, and don't worry, because I'm gonna name them. I am. There was no direct parallel. And one thing I don't like is conflating issues. I don't like it because I feel like it's dishonest. I'm that girl said it's like not correcting the child when they do the same bad behavior over and over at home and then go out and do the same in public and you get upset. Exactly. Or those parents who only get upset once the child has humiliated them or embarrassed them with the bad behavior that you have reinforced and encouraged in that power dynamic, because they look to you as the authority figure to set the boundaries of acceptable and unacceptable behavior. And Bravo, Truly Original, NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, all of them together, the whole kit and caboodle, they all failed to do that. Okay, all of them failed to do it. All right, but back to these different instances. Lots of things that should not have taken place. I don't know whether I said it last live. I think it may have been the live before last. It may have been the live before last. I see you, Godchild, but we're not cherry picking. I'm grabbing everything because I have a point to make. And this is not going to be a color. It's not going to be a color point this time because it's not accurate. I don't like straw man arguments. I like to keep it straight and I like to be honest. And I think when we start conflating issues and we say, well, what about this and what about that as a way to deflect from somebody's bad behavior, that is on its face deceptive. It is deceptive and it's dishonest. Now, I'm going to bring up these other incidents because we're going to talk about what it does indicate. Okay? Just to name a few. Hey, Cool Gamer. Right. Poetic lyrics say the problem started from the head on down. That's right. A fish rots from the head. So we have issues here. We have an issue with the culture at Bravo. I think this is what it boils down to. I don't think it's a color thing. I don't think it's, well, they did it, but why how come this person can't do it? I think I feel the same way when I see people saying, well, they locked up, this person, but they let this clear person get away with it. No. Just because somebody got away with wrongdoing, it does not absolve the person that is being punished of the wrongdoing. So it's like, yeah. Okay, I got you, Godchild. I got you, baby. Hazeline. So let's get into it. So now I mentioned the issue over on Real Housewives of New Jersey concerning Danielle Staub and the husbands on that show. There were no women in the scene, all men. Joe Gorga, the one that was renamed LBB by Jennifer Aiden. He pulls up a cornucopia video. Y'all know I don't like that P word, the P-O-R, that word. The cornucopia video of Danielle Staub on his cell phone, proceeded to pass the cell phone around to the other gentlemen who were with him and sitting at the table with him. While they laughed and yucked it up, turned the sound up. That was a whole scene at the expense of Danielle Staub. Were there pictures? No. Did any of the images make it to the screen for us to see? No. We heard audio. Could we confirm that it was Danielle Staub on there? No, just word of mouth. Was it inappropriate? Yes, it was. Hey, Couture Bay, this is my beautiful niece, guys. She's like number 125. Make sure y'all are supporting her channel. Yes, Poetic Lyrics, that took place. So see, what I want to grab is a conversation about the culture at Bravo. See, this is where, and and y'all know me, I'm gonna talk to black people because I'm black. Y'all know I'm real black. Okay, if you're new, welcome. Auntie Nitra is real black. I'm super black with a side of black. Okay, garnished with a little, a little sprig of black on top, sprinkled with some black flakes. I'm super black. So I have to address black people and the way we address things that make us feel some type of way. Okay. I think that as black people, we lose ground in conversations like these when we try to say, but you let them and you didn't let us, when we're not really stating the issue. The issue is not about you let them, but you didn't let us when it's not the same action. This is a conversation about the culture at a corporation that employs black women, black people for entertainment and media consumption. They portray us a certain way, and their culture is such that these type of things take place. And we need to talk about how it affects the black talent at Bravo and how it affects the black audience that is consuming the entertainment from Bravo. And that's where we lose ground when we go into pedestrian talking points like, oh, you let them, but you didn't let us, because what the hell are you even saying? Hey, Darkest Bari. That's right. Blackity, black, black, black. Thank you for being 125. Oh, my Yusuf, so sweet. He said, can I take a moment to admire your beauty and head full of healthy long hair? Thank you so much. I greased my scalp today. I feel like I'm learning. I'm doing, I'm getting through it. So little bit by little bit. DB said they thrive off toxicity. Yes, they do. What is housewives? People having disagreements, spectacles, and all kinds of negativity. The problem is we didn't begin there. It did not begin there. And so we got to start asking real questions and having intelligent discourse about what these people are guilty of, because they are guilty of sins. Their hands are covered in the muck, and we're literally letting them get away with murder because we lack the intelligence and the depth to hold them accountable. That is embarrassing. Hey, Magaline, thank you for being 129. Okay. Here's the problem. It's not about whether revenge cornucopia is illegal in New Jersey, Georgia, or wherever. The issue is that, like I stated very clearly, we saw no image, we saw no video, we saw no still shot, we saw not even like a brief flick of the screen so we could confirm that it was her face in the video. They could have literally been watching anything. They could have been watching somebody get the best foot rub of their lives and just said it was her. So there was no confirmation. What we're talking about is not the surface level. We're talking about the culture at Bravo. That is the issue. Hey, Tammy Carter. Well, they encouraged it. Why did they encourage it? Because that is the culture at Bravo. I want everybody to type the word culture in the chat because I want us to stay on the same page. I want us to begin to hold these people accountable and to do so in a way that it is ironclad and there is no wiggle room. Jicky, thank you for being 130. I know, baby. I know they're not hearing TT, but I'm gonna keep driving the point home because we got to make the point get over the goal line. We got to get it in the box. Thank you for the super sticker, boo. I see culture in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. This is the culture at a place. Every one of us has worked in corporate America, I would assume at one point or another. So we know what it means to say that there is a certain culture at a workplace. Okay? So what do we know about the culture at Bravo? We're going to go into some more of these instances. What those men, and these were men who did that to that woman, it reflects the culture at Bravo. The fact that it was acceptable, the fact that nothing was done, the fact that it was just ratings, it was just laughs. Those men went home, reported to their wives what they did. The women then had scenes where they could laugh about what the men watched. None of the women stood up and said, this is absolutely categorically incorrect. I wouldn't make a bunch of noise about it because at the end of the day, she ain't my sister. That's their sister. But we talking about the culture at Bravo. No, DB, baby. We're not pivoting at all. We're going to stay on this right here. You can pivot later. We own it now. Hey, Betty Jefferson. Thank you for putting your culture in there, because this is about the culture. This was allowed to happen. More to the point, also on Real Housewives of New Jersey, the very first season Danielle Staub was on there. They bullied that woman. They chased her. Jacqueline Laredo, her young daughter, was able to grab that lady and snatch her hair so hard she hurt her neck and pulled a patch out of her head. And it was allowed. I checked you with love, though. It was allowed. Moseying right along, because there's more things. Let's talk about Michael Darby over at Real Housewives of Potomac, shall we? Michael Darby didn't show a picture. Michael Darby did not show a video. There was no cornucopia, but Michael Darby actually took his hand and physically, actually assaulted a crew member. And he was not suspended. He was not told you cannot be back on the set. He was not told, we can't have you around. You are a danger. No, he was kept there until he decided he no longer wanted to film, to the extent that Ashley Bulba's forehead Darby had to fake a divorce storyline to get him off of the screens. Let's keep moving, because there's more. People then wanted to draw the parallel to Giselle, the large Hispanic gentleman, Mia, Ashley again, lying against Chris Bassett. I mean, horrible lies. We lying about sexual assault. We're lying about coercion. We're lying about sexual harassment. I mean, blatant, bold-faced lies. So much, and such as production was able to show direct links that what you claim happened did not happen at all. And you could make a claim like that, and nothing happened. This is about the culture at Bravo. Okay, there go my niece. I told y'all I don't just claim her because she's pretty. Below Deck with the Drunk Man. Okay, yet another one. Somebody earlier, I want to think that was that Godchild. Was that you, or was that one of the other new ladies? That a Lady Dimples. It was one of y'all that mentioned Vanderpump Rules and that girl Rachel having to sue them people. There's a problem at Bravo. Things are going wrong at Bravo. Back to Potomac again with Lion Mia, that large Hispanic gentleman. She felt emboldened to tell vicious, sexually related lies against Wendy Osefo, claiming she had sexual contact with Wendy Osefo, that she had been shown her labia majora and labia minora, and nothing was done. When she was checked about it, she turned around. That was you, baby. Okay, thank you, darling. Christopher C., welcome, dear. Say, yep, he had multiple instances of touching people. Yes, physically assaulting people. And he still was allowed to remain until Ashley had to make up a divorce storyline to get him off the screens, because Bravo was okay with it. This is about the culture at Bravo. I'm cooking, but if y'all let me cook, I'm going to serve you something. When Mia told a lie that egregious on somebody who is a professor at the Johns Hopkins University and was allowed to remain on the show, the same lady who threw a purse and a cell phone, a drink, physically assaulted the same said professor at the Johns Hopkins University, and she was allowed to remain. There's a problem with the culture at Bravo and Truly Original. Let's mosey on along, because we're not done. We're not done. No, because that would be too much like right if that was all that happened. There's been too many things that happened. Let's go on over there to Married to Medicare. Why was there no discipline for hellishly calling Dr. G a PDF file? Is that not egregious? Is that not actionable? Betty Jefferson, thank you for the super chat. She say, first time in your chat. Oh man, hello, welcome. Y'all please spam the chat and tell Miss Betty Jefferson, welcome. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. See, I'm not talking about things that are legally or, judicially actionable. Bravo as an organization, NBC Universal as an organization, as a private company, have the right, nay, the responsibility to make sure that these types of things are not happening on their watch. They don't have to wait for you to break a law that's on the books for them to say, that is not in line with our culture at this company, so we got to let you go. And that is not what Bravo is doing. They're encouraging it. Let's go back to Atlanta. The fact that Kandi Burruss was allowed season after season after season to make people uncomfortable with marital aids. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Those things that vibrate and are shaped strangely. The fact that she even became aggressive with Kenya Moore simply for saying she was not comfortable putting on vibrating underwear, and tried to use against her the fact that you were in a movie about a menage a trois. What does that have to do with Kenya, the woman, telling you she's not comfortable putting on vibrating underwear and allowing somebody else's husband to stimulate her vaginally? There's a problem with the culture at Bravo. Hi, Kim. Heavenly said that on her YouTube channel, not on the actual show. I don't care where she said it. She was employed with those people when it fell out of her filthy mouth. And Bravo said, Pim, nothing. Yes, she's had several horrible transgressions. The fact that she could sit up there and champion and co-sign calling Mariah Huck a drug user with no facts, with them refusing to allow this lady to vindicate herself and clear her name, disgusting. But Bravo allowed it. Why? Right, y'all. I need y'all to put the word culture back in the chat because there's a problem with the culture at Bravo. Christopher C. say, yeah, several. And I agree. Hey, one nurse Courtney. That's right. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil today. Lord, not baby teeth. Don, get in that reflection corner and take 30 seconds. Think about that. This your first time to God's child? Welcome, dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But we got to tell the truth, and we have to stop getting caught up with the shallow ends of the details and allow these people to get away with murder. Because that's what we're doing. We have voices. We have shown on more than one occasion that our voices are something else. When we really when we be on that one band, one sound, they really can't do nothing with our voices. But your voice becomes null and void when you stay on the shallow end of the pool. Couture Bay say Kim said in season 2, Kandi was the issue. Kandi was one of the issues, but she was allowed to do what she does because of the culture at Bravo. Hey, my DT. That's right, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Please hit it, hit it, hit it. Kim said Kandi also got mad when Nene didn't want to be around the stripper. Right. Thank you, baby. Because I forgot that one. Logger Curves, thank you for being 139. Happy Juneteenth to you, too. I see. That's right. I see we got culture back in the chat. We got it back in the chat. Now we talking about what it is. Now we talking about what it is. This is not a housewives issue. This is not just a Kenya Moore issue. I know it's great to focus on her because she's not somebody that's, she has a fan base, but people who are not part of her fan base, she ain't nobody's favorite unless they are from her fan base. So it's easy for them to say, well, we'll serve her up as the sacrificial lamb and we'll just step back like we don't have a part in this. And they do. They have a part in this. They support this. They support this. And see, now they're scrambling because Andy has these lawsuits, but those lawsuits, he's in hot water with the courts, I guarantee you, because of one thing, that word I keep making y'all retype, culture. This speaks to the culture at that corporation. It speaks to the culture at that corporation. The fact that these women have been able to call Marlo every type of whore on the planet without a scrap of evidence. I've said it before. I was so entertained when she finally said what I've been saying about her. They done call her every kind of whore. Kenya done talk about a square reader on the girl coochie, all this other stuff, but you can't point to one man she slept with. And it's easy to say, oh, that's just Kenya because she's gross. Yeah, you could say that. I buy it for $1. But this is about the culture at Bravo. This is about the culture. This is about the fact that we went from the ladies behind the gates. We went from posh fundraisers and charity walks and high heel shoes and fashion shows with no fashion and birthday parties where certain cast members were turned around at the door to women running around down there topless with strippers hunching on each other, declaring that somebody's going to put their mouth on their private parts. This is about the culture at Bravo. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yes, Kim, that too. The way they all talked about single Portia. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But there's a culture issue. There's a culture issue. DT says all roads lead to the culture which was cultivated by Andy Cohen. And that's why I love DT. The culture that is prevalent at Bravo and NBC Universal on that side of things was absolutely cultivated by Andy Cohen. Absolutely cultivated by Andy Cohen. And so by them moving so quickly, only once it was leaked what Kenya had done, they're still trying to save Andy's neck. And I don't want us to lose sight of that. So what's the culture? What are we saying is the culture over at Bravo? What else did we see happen? We saw them make up a whole story about Monique Samuel sleeping with her trainer and her child wasn't her husband's child. Not an eyelash was batted. Bye. They knew it was a lie when they told it. They knew it was a lie when they told it. The man in question is a homosexual, a confirmed homosexual. But they made up that whole lie, ran with it in order to smear a married woman and her family. A beautiful black family. That's what you wanted to do. This is what you wanted to do. If a family is going to fail, allow it to fail organically. A lot of times families just don't make it. People grow apart. Things happen. You get to raising children and find out that man you married ain't exactly what you thought he was going to be. He ain't helpful like you want him to be. Different things go on. But what they did was absolutely unconscionable. And there was not one eyebrow raised. Christopher C. say even on Summer House, they encourage the drinking and showing them hunching at night with night vision cameras. Thank you, baby, because I ain't never watched it, but I believe they doing it. Hey, Chris B. Kim says, Bravo is a problem, but fans are maybe the biggest issue. We are when we do not call it out. And when we go to call out something, we need to call it what it is. We don't need to try to go for the lazy argument talking about color this and they let them, but not let me, because let's be honest. A lot of the misbehavior we have seen toward black people on Bravo came from other black people. Some were handled, some were not. And it was literally only strategically handled when it was most advantageous to Bravo, not because they have a moral or ethic code, because they do not. They do not. And they have proved it time without number. When Chris Bassett was the target of the lies, dangerous lies at that. Hi, Barbara. They didn't say, oh, he's a clear man, so we got to nail Giselle to a cross. They didn't do that. So we're not going to play the color game. Sometimes as black people, we can't take the easy argument. We can't take the lazy argument. We have to look deeper and we have to truly analyze what's going on. The culture at Bravo is a problem. Life is beautiful. Yes, I actually do. Why would you ask me that? What made you ask me that? That's a strange thing to ask in the middle of this conversation. But yes, I actually do. Culture. Why is this a problem? The problem is that certain behaviors in the early years were only happening in certain cities in the housewife franchises. Oh, I slipped. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to slip. I didn't even realize I had done it. I apologize. That's why I was like, why would she ask me that? That's so odd. I don't always catch myself. I do apologize for that. Yeah, we got to get to the root of the problem. So let's talk about it. In the early years, certain behaviors only happen in certain cities. Okay. Is that my cuz? What up, cuz? Thank you so much. I love you. We got to talk. We got to gossip and catch up. Larga Curve said Ken is just being Ken. She's wondering why she's in trouble. She's not just being Ken. She was being odious and disgusting. Okay. You can be aggressive and not be and not be absolutely derelict. Like there are levels. And a woman of 53 should know where the limits are. No one should have to explain that to you. There's no way you should be 53 and not know why you're in trouble at 53. Because if you're at 53 and you don't know why you're in trouble, it's giving you were in a class with only 6 people and your highest grade was check mark, smiley face. So is that what y'all saying about her? Because I'm not saying that about her. Is that what y'all saying about her? If so, let it be known so I know how to carry this conversation. Because that is the only way you wouldn't know why you're in trouble at 53 with that sort of behavior. Okay? Now, Tony Booth got a thought, but I'm gonna finish my thought too, but I want to get his in because y'all know when I'm talking, I miss a lot of comments. Nene said they wanted to ruin the show. It's the prophecy coming true for me. I blame Cat Williams for all this. Now, Tony, you know I've been blaming Cat Williams all year. I've been blaming Cat all year. He jumped out there in January, set the tone, and we have not recovered yet. Not yet. But like I was saying, in the early years, we only saw certain behavior in certain cities. We saw those girls in Orange County doing certain things. We saw the women in New York doing certain things. We saw the women in New Jersey doing certain things. We did not see the ladies in Atlanta doing certain things. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. We saw Sonia Morgan and them getting drunk and hooching around and squatting and being vulgar and wildly just gesticulating and gyrating and all types of foolishness. We didn't see, LEL. We did not see the sisters on the network doing certain things. When Married to Medicine first came out, we didn't see and hear certain things. There was certain language that just did not happen. Okay? I remember clearly when Mariah Huck said that Heavenly was turning it into love and hip hop. I remember that. I remember people feeling offended by that, but she really had her finger on the pulse. After all, it was her creation. She knew that her brainchild, her baby, had caught a virus. Her baby caught a virus. She knew her baby was sick, and everybody wanted her to be quiet. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Okay? When they had DC, you didn't see it in DC. When Potomac first came on, it was annoying the way Giselle and Robert kept harassing Katie Bosch, but we didn't see the type of stuff that goes on now. We didn't hear the type of lies that are happening now. Yes, Barbara, things have changed, but it's not just that money talked. It's that there was, I believe, a concerted effort to push the culture onto the Black franchises as well. And you got to ask yourself, what was the reason for it? What was the reason for it? It's not all about money. This wasn't all about money. It's the same reason I told you these people went after Wendy Osefo and Candace Dillard Bassett with pitchforks and torches. This was not about we gonna take down Wendy Osefo. This was about, we're sending a message to you black women. Y'all want to scream about your black excellence? We're gonna bring down one of your black excellent women. We're gonna bring her down. We're gonna put her in the gutter. We're gonna make her trashy. We're gonna tell sexually related lies about her. We're gonna try to make her scummy. We're gonna try to make her less than, because we are sick of your image being that shiny. When Atlanta started, you had a very, kind of country bougie version of Sheree and, Deshawn Snow, who was extra bougie. She was the first one to have a glam team on a black franchise. I don't know about them other ones. And they didn't want that image on black women. Those other women were behaving like gutter rats, and they went out of their way to make sure you black women, y'all gonna act like gutter rats too. If we gotta force it on you, we gonna do it. And that is exactly what they did. And we watched them do it. Some of us screamed, yelled, kicked, and made noise, and other people told us to shut up, and it wasn't that deep. Hey, Jamie Richardson. Told us to shut up, and it was not that deep. When all the X toys were being brought in, we were like, what is this? When Nene complained about it, when Marlo complained about it, it was a problem. Everybody wanted it to just shut up and let it happen. Just shut up and let it happen. Why are we shutting up and letting it happen? Why is this okay? Why is this happening? They went out of their way to smut up the image of black women. And everybody is pointing to, well, they letting them do it, but not letting us do it. Baby, they letting everybody do it and not do it. This is a culture issue. This is not an issue of black and white on that level. This is an issue of, we want to change the way you see yourselves, which is why representation is important. They did not want you to have representation that was showing itself to be classy or elitist. That is not what they wanted. They wanted Portia, the princess of Thotlandia. They did not want Portia thumping the Bible talking about Jesus said, don't be homosexual. That is not the image of you that they wanted on a television screen. Where the money comes in is that the people on these shows were willing to accept money to sell out all of us. That is the issue. That is the issue. And if you watch very closely and you tell the truth and pull your head out of your clear master's behind, put it smooth out of their anus until you hear the pop sound. Pay attention. Every lady who opposed it, they drummed them out. Nene wasn't going along with it. Oh, we need you on less and less episodes, baby. Why are you not going along with this? Mariah Huck said, hey, I created this to be a certain sort of thing. They literally stole that woman's entire show from her, made spinoffs, and tried to steal her goddamn money. While our people were complicit. If you ever clapped and said that what she get because she thought too much of herself and her need to be humble. That's why I say some of our own people are so white coated, you ought to be shamed and ain't got the brain power to be. You don't even get it. As much as we can say Bravo is complicit in Kenya's behavior, and I believe they are complicit because Kenya has done things that were completely out of line before, and they did nothing. Why? Because it fed into their agenda and to their narrative. They wanted a certain representation of black women, and it was not class. It was not decorum. It was not decency. It was not moral fiber. It was not integrity. They're showing us that they don't even want you displaying your education credentials. Look how they went after Wendy. I didn't even like Wendy her first season. But when I saw what they were doing and why they were doing it, I had a problem immediately. And every one of us should have too, because this was not about these individual women. This was a message being sent to Black America, namely Black American women. You should have had a problem with it. These animals are playing in our faces. And so now the sacrificial lamb is Kenya Summer Moore. Do I like her? No. Do I like what she stands for? Absolutely not. Do I see what they're doing? I sure do, because I'm not blind, crippled, or crazy. I see what they're doing. They knew full well what she was going to do. I do not believe they told her, go ahead and do it, girl. They didn't do that. Mm-mm. But they saw what she was going to do. They could have stopped her at any time. You don't think production, when they got there to set up to film that scene, when they saw it, they couldn't have told Kenya, I know you want to do that. I know you and Britt are not getting along, but we can't allow you to do that, mama. I bet you she'd have put them poster boards up. I bet you she wouldn't have turned that monitor on. Why do I bet that? Because she just sat there on that live and told us yesterday that she invested way more money in that spa than she meant to. You're not going to tell me that if they told her directly, if you do this, we're going to suspend you indefinitely and you're not going to get paid, that woman would have still proceeded. She wouldn't have. At any time, they could have stepped in and said, yeah, nah, don't do that, because if you do it, we're going to suspend you. They didn't do that. They allowed her to hang herself. And then when the outcry came, as it should have, we'll serve her to you. I mean, it's easy. After all, they have spent, when she came, season 5 or season 4? Somebody tell me. Because if she came in season 5, that means they done spent 11 years framing her as the villain. They spent 11 years cultivating the attitude that she's a throwaway. Yes, Lady Dimples, they want us to act like hood rats. They want us to believe that that is the acceptable behavior, and anybody who chooses not to behave that way, somehow we're acting uppity, or we're judging people, or we're the problem. Yes, Kenya did support it, but listen, we can't just point to Kenya and say she supported it. Everybody, social media, your living room, wherever you were, if you agreed with it, you supported it too. Not anybody in here, I want to believe you didn't. I was very vocal and I never did. But anybody who supported it in any way, shape, or fashion, you just as guilty as Kenya and Bravo and Truly Original and Andy Cohen and all of them. There's a lot of dirty hands on this. There are a lot of dirty hands on this. This is not one set of dirty hands. Hey, the legendary kind. So season 5, thank you, dears. So for 11 years, is it 11? 5, 15? Yeah, 11. So for 11 years, they have cultivated this culture. They have encouraged her behavior. They have effectively posited her as the villain, and she was complicit. She was in agreement. They didn't do it against her will. So then when it was time to serve her up as a sacrificial lamb, like, see, we're doing what you want us to do. We got her. Nobody should bat an eyelash. Nobody should bat an eyelash. Everybody should be like, okay, no problem. It's just Kenya. You know, like y'all say, well, that's just Kenya being Kenya. No, that ain't Kenya being Kenya. It's more than that. It's bigger than that. They cultivated this behavior. They encouraged this behavior. They encouraged this behavior. And the power dynamic is such that the persons or the entity in power, when you encourage a behavior, you are saying that it is okay. You have given the green light. You've given it. You said so. I'll give you an example. My baby that was in here, my Evie, Mama's Peanut, she was in middle school. And it was a girl that was really jealous of her because my baby always been pretty. She didn't just get pretty when she got big. She been pretty her whole life. She was born pretty. And always dressed cute. I mean, just cute as she could be. And she wear her hair out sometime. And, you know, her hair wasn't like mine. Hers looked good. And it was this one little girl that would just pick with her in middle school. Just pick. Always, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I mean, the girl she looked like, you know, in the Bible, they had the 5 skinny cows and the 5 fat cows. She looked like one of them skinny cows from that prophetic dream. Just real poor. And so, I got tired of Geneva coming to tell me about this girl, and we have a power dynamic. I'm the mama. I pushed her out. So when I got tired of hearing about it, I gave her permission to beat the stew out that little heifer. Because I got tired of hearing about it. I never put my children in trouble for fighting. If you get in a fight, I'm going to take you shopping. That's what I'm going to do. Just don't start it. Make sure they hit you first. You know, I'm from the country. You know, that's how we play. That little girl went straight to school. Guess what she told the girl? Oh, my mama gave me permission to beat your behind. Guess what I did? I deputized her. I empowered her. Dig that word, empowered. Type that in the chat. Empowered. I empowered her to go there and beat the holy hell out of that little heifer. At that point, would I have been right to come back and say, Geneva, you ain't right. So now I got to punish you because you beat up this little heifer? That would have been wrong. That would have been disingenuous. That would have been deceptive. That would have been deceitful. Wouldn't it? Because I empowered her to do that. Oh, I love how the word just rolling in, empowered. So, and the reason I had y'all to write that is because of that power dynamic that exists between NBC, Universal, Bravo, Truly Original, Andy Cohen, and Kenya Moore. They empowered her to take the actions and to have the behavior that she had. And now that they've empowered her to do certain things, disgusting, amoral, illegal, potato, real thin line, and it's blurry. Now that there's been a public outcry and they're worried about legal action from Britt Eady, now the same person that you have power over, that is your subordinate, that you've empowered to have this behavior, now we're going to punish you for what we empowered you to do. Now, I want anybody to tell me if that's fair. Does she need discipline? Yes. But is it fair the way it's being handled? That's all I'm asking. How is she being held accountable, but not the people who empowered her? If there was going to be any action against my baby, it should have been against me because I empowered her, right or wrong. Annette Green said, I always felt that once ATL became the top housewives show, Andy and Bravo worked to destroy it. They probably did. Well, because they wanted the blonde hair and blue eyes to be the face of their network, but the blonde hair and blue eyes couldn't put them at the top. So I don't know. No, I'm not saying puppet on the string. It's not that simple. This is about power dynamics. This is about manipulation. This is about boundaries. This is about creating a culture and an expected behavior pattern and rewards for certain behaviors. Hey, Rasiah Morrison, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi. That's what I'm saying. Like, we got to really dig into what it is and get off that surface, because the surface does not serve us. Hey, Lisa Davis, say most of the systems in the U.S. are set up that way. No, it's not fair. Thank you. That's what I'm getting at. It ain't fair at all. It's not fair. And what's disturbing is when I feel like on a certain level, Black folks, we can feel what's not right. But I think a lot of times we lack the ability to suss it out and then articulate it in a way that we can communicate to people what we're feeling, what we're seeing, and what exactly that we feel is not right about the situation. Tony Boo say, remember, even Andy thought it was funny when she was pointing that stuff in Portia's face. Hashtag empowered. Yes, he thought it was hilarious until that big slow girl from Decatur grabbed Kenya by the top of her head and slid her. Not even considering the fact, what if Kenya had hit the floor wrong and cracked her neck? Ain't nobody thought of that. And they didn't even care. Didn't even care. Haitian Empress says, it's not fair, but when will we learn to play the game? That's the real question, Haitian Empress. When will we learn to play the game? When will we learn, in order to truly call ourselves adults and say that we have agency over ourselves, our bodies, our actions, our choices? We have to recognize when there is a psyop, when there is someone who is generating a culture, and what culture that they're actually not generating, that they're nurturing and they're building, and whether we want to be a part of that. You have to decide, like, okay, so this is what y'all cultivating over here. This is what you're doing. You want lewd and lascivious behavior. You want vulgarity. You want nudity. You want sexually explicit content. That's your culture. I don't want to be a part of that. And that's where we got to draw the line. But when we're not willing to do that, and your morality and your decency is for sale, well then, my darling, you've bought your own trouble. Hey, nephew. Say thought it was funny until he was screaming stop. Yes, he thought it was hilarious that he was having to scream and beg that gal to let her go. How you doing, nephew? And how your baby doing? Annette Green said, I liked on both devices. Thank you so much for being 160. Yes. This is a lot. This is Barbara. I'm not sure we watching the same thing, baby. Because this is not about nothing lasts forever. Because if we're gonna go that route, then nothing lasts forever has already been disproven. You know why? Because these people have been doing this sort of thing to Black folks for a long time, and I see no end in sight. Do you? We got to get away from cliches and actually have critical thought. I swear to God, it's free. Critical thought. There's no end in sight. These people don't even change the play no more. They just do the same thing over and over, and we keep falling for it. But I'm going to get off my soapbox because y'all know how I can get. Now, along the lines of everything else that's happening, you got Britt Edie, who's now a cog in the machine, and she thinks she's winning and not realizing you're about to be manipulated too. You're a pawn too. No, baby, this is not about psychological controlling. This is about conditioning. Two different words, two different meanings. This is about conditioning and cultivating of a culture. Yes, Lady Dimples, we absolutely have free will. But in order to make an informed choice, you have to actually be informed on what you're making a choice of. We have to learn to think critically. We cannot continue to be so pedestrian in our thinking because it's to our detriment. And not just to our detriment, but to the detriment of anybody who's watching us. Just like I get my little butt on here on my teeny tiny platform. I am responsible for how people see me, how I present myself, and the way I speak out or choose not to speak out about certain issues. There is a certain level of responsibility we have to each other when we are in the public eye, how we conduct ourselves, how we speak, how we represent not only ourselves, but our people. And when you don't have that level of responsibility and you do not feel that level of responsibility, you are what we like to call a sellout. You are somebody, as long as the price tag is the right amount, you will do anything. So now we got Britt Edie, Miss Edgish. I want to see your Edgish showing them horse teeth. So she puts out her subliminal thing on her story, and I saw it yesterday, playing Chris Brown, how you gonna hate outside the club when you can't get in. Okay, cool. Darling, precious darling. Did you not see how well that worked out for Kenya? Kenya also celebrated, twirled around grinning like a donkey when those people did her dear sister Nene Leaks in. She thought it was cute. She went on Carlos King and was like, it's the house she built, but she wasn't paying the note. Well, was you paying the note? Because them same people that you was willing to do any and everything for, the same people that you mortgaged your morality for, if you ever had any. Big if. And now they've served you up to the public. Quickly let everybody know that they suspended you. Quickly let everybody know they served you up on a silver platter. And so now you got Britt Edie. That's why I say ain't no nothing lasts forever. Apparently this is a perpetual motion device. Because here we got another dummy, brand new dummy on the block. You celebrating because they got this sister for what she did to you. But you can't look deeper and see these are the same people who empowered her to do what she did. You got to look beneath the surface because we are screwing ourselves. She up here smiling and grinning. She's a cute girl, you know, once you get past all them teeth. But it don't do you no good to be pretty and dumb. While she up here now, and who started this stuff where y'all do these stories? And I'm talking to the young people. Because when I see old people do it, it just looks awkward. You know how they turn on the music and they look at the camera and they go, That bull crap. Check mark, smiley face all over again. How you gonna hate from outside the club when you can't get in? Making faces like Zoolander. Not realizing as soon as it serves their purpose, they gonna serve you up too. She ain't learned nothing. She gonna be the next. Couture Bay say, Auntie, I do it. I know y'all young people be doing it. I don't understand it. Y'all turn that music on and put, Lord, King St. Cara say y'all put on that alien filter where it stretch your eyes back like this, like Fu Manchu, and then make your lips look like, and then y'all go. Do the Zoolander. Yeah, the Zoolander. It's for the boys. The boys don't be scared of that. Yeah. Oh, that's how y'all get them, huh? Okay. Hey, Callie. So I saw that dummy. I say, oh, you big dummy. My Fred Sanford came straight to the surface. My Fred Sanford came straight to the surface. And I started seeing things happen. I seen Nene Leaks post, nah, don't come over here, stay over there. So I'm like, who tried to reach out to Nene? Please don't tell me Portia tried to reach out to Lenithia. Don't come over here, stay over there. What the hell went on? Hey, Vita from Denver. I had some water and I had some chicken. Y'all, Vita be checking on me because I forget to eat. Couture Bay says she think Kenya reached out. But see, this is the thing. And I'm going to say this, and y'all know I love Lenithia. Okay? If that girl reached out, you didn't need to go into the internet, even if it was Portia, whoever it was. You didn't need to go to the internet and say, don't come over here, stay over there, because that feels too much like gloating. That's your time to say, now, listen, baby sister, you see how they did you? You see what they did to me? What do we do going forward? That wasn't the time to come to the internet. Barbara said, at the end of the day, it's about content, viewers, and comments and subscribers. You align, the truth ain't in you, and I ain't trying to be funny. That stuff it should be secondary to your morals. Because I can guarantee you, as long as I've been on this platform, it has always been about the message. Way more than a content viewer or subscriber or anything. Because if it was just about that, I can guarantee you I would have more subscribers and I would have more people in my live streams. I stay at the level I'm at because I stay on code. I stay on code. I don't play with misogyny, with anti-blackness. I don't play with misogynoir. I don't play with xenophobia. I don't play with issues that are near and dear to my heart. I stay on code because I have decency. I have integrity. I was raised by Black people who had decency and integrity, who were raised by other Black people who had decency and integrity. And if the only thing it's about to you is subscribers, content, and viewers, then you will sell out too. And I don't care who that shoe fit. Put the hoe on. That's my whole point. King Sankara said again, integrity over and morals over cash every goddamn day. If I can tell the truth and make a quarter, then cool. But if I got the lotto make $1, you can keep it. I'd rather mop up the ocean with a Kleenex. It ain't happening. Life is beautiful. Say, no, don't talk to him, Nene. No, Nene do need to talk to him. I'm not saying be their friend. I'm not saying forget about everything they done. We have to learn how to be objective. I don't have to kiss you all over if we have a common goal. And at the end of the day, when you have an enemy that big and that nefarious, you need to recognize you have a common enemy and you should have a common goal. I'm not saying she need to be friends with Kenya, but if Kenya called her, she absolutely should have had a conversation with that sister. If Portia called her, and y'all know I can't stand the way Portia stabbed her in the back, lied on her and everything else. But if Portia called her at this time when we know what's taking place, she should have taken that call. She should have taken the call. It was no need to go to the internet and say, don't come over here, stay over there. Even if you decided conscientiously, okay, we got a common enemy, there's a common goal. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let somebody else talk to you. I'm gonna let somebody else help you strategize or come up with, helping you see where it went wrong. Why come to the internet to gloat? Because to me, it felt like gloating. I'm just going to call it like it is. And I love Nene, but it felt like gloating to me. I'm sorry. Then we got Marlo. Hey, Marie Washington. She said it could have been Bravo trying to talk outside the arbitration. It could have been, but I'm just, if I'm being honest, I think I doubt that. I really doubt it. It could be though. Like, we don't really know. It could have been. Life is Beautiful said they all abandoned Nene. Everybody abandoned Jesus too. Did he abandon you? I'm just saying. They lied on Jesus. They beat him. They spit on him. They abandoned him, pierced him in his side, stabbed him in his hands and his feet, beat him all night long, throwed him in a borrowed tomb even. So it's not always about what people do to you. It's about what you do after the fact. You got control over that. Rosiah Morrison, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my God. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. She say all day. Like, we got to be real at a point, man. Cecilia said they both need to come together to see what they can do to fight for change in the work environment. This will be an example for the rest of the housewives. Yes, what you do in these moments are pivotal. Sometimes you're at a juncture that you don't know could change the course of history for so many people that ain't even connected to you. That's just coming behind you. And even if you choose not to take the call, why did you come to social media to gloat? That's my biggest thing. King Sankara said, I don't believe Bravo reaching out. Yeah, I don't believe that either. I think they would be okay if Nene called them crying and begging and groveling, but she ain't going to do that. And so they're not going to call, I don't think. Life is Beautiful say, I don't blame Nene. I hope she don't talk to him. But this is my thing. If you don't talk to him, Life is Beautiful, can you tell me why she would need to come to social media to gloat? What was the purpose of coming to social media to hint at it and drop subliminals? Can y'all explain that to me? Candace sabotaged that, but the rest of them just sat down after she did what she did. Hey, Gloria Nelson. That's all I'm saying. What was the point of coming to social media? You say you would do the same. You would come to social media to gloat. Shame. At a time like this. This ain't the time. This ain't the time. Then you got Marlo. Now, some of us had already figured out what took place. I think we talked about it last night or in the earlier live stream we did yesterday. Who was here yesterday when I said, I think it's possible that Portia probably said in order for her to come back, she didn't want Marlo on the show. So a few of us had already kind of figured what happened. What Marlo do? Go straight to social media because you're gloating. You're gloating. So you come to social media to make sure all of us know that it was two people specifically, and we know which two people because you've been shading the piss and clowning the piss out of Portia because that big strange looking man, that little big man, because he's big little, like he's little but he's big. Is he Biggie Smalls? I don't know. Is picking and poking and crying about Portia all the time, and she shades her on that. However, turn around. Now that Kenya done got, this news that came out about her, or it was two people. It was two people that specifically didn't want me on the show. Why are you gloating? Life is Beautiful say, yes, and I have a party. And I'm going to still say shame on you. That's why we are where we are right now, because y'all don't know when to put the bull crap to the side and get serious. What is it going to benefit you or anybody else that look like us to throw a party because this stupid sister served herself up to them people as a sacrificial lamb? How does it benefit you? How? King Sankara said the only reason to come to social media is a need for attention. Right. How much attention do you need? Because Kenya was a sellout. She sold herself out. And now these people are selling her out. I told y'all from the beginning, as much as I may not like her, I don't find anything funny about this situation. They empowered her to do horrible things for years, and now she's taking it to a level of degrading another Black woman to that degree. That's not funny. That ain't nothing to laugh at. I don't care. Poetic Lyrics say, how many times do the lessons have to be taught before we get it? Thank you. That's the question I got. How many times must it happen before we get some type of get something, you know, in our head that says that this is wrong and we need to change the way we move, because the same action is going to get the same result every time. Barbara C. the Black Pixie says, I would come out and say, I told you so. Shame. Shame. I would not. I would not. Been in situations that are similar, and the same people who sold me out, when they got theirs, I never said I told you so. I never laughed and kikied and danced, because it ain't nothing funny. It's actually sad. You sold me out to them people and you didn't realize they was your enemy too. It's actually pitiful. Lady Dimple said maybe it was all BS. Nobody called her. Nobody. I mean, I doubt that, because we don't know Nene to be a blatant liar. We leave that for Kenya and Drew Sadora. Auntie E would say plantation treatment, plantation mentality. We got to stop going along with it. Hello? Y'all know I don't really play plantation politics. I don't like it. I feel like I'm above it. Don Kilpatrick, that is on Nene's story. So if you go to her Instagram and hit her story, is there, because I screenshotted it. She said so. Betty Jefferson said, because that's what some of our black sisters treat each other like. That's true. And it's ugly. And we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. Cecilia Norwood say, I agree with this. People come to social media and use it for therapy because they know they'll get feedback, good or bad. Yes, and they get people to bandwagon and pat them on the back and encourage them and give them the impression that their bad behavior is acceptable, because you got people that agree with it. Not only that, not only Marlo coming to tell us the obvious, because, I mean, a lot of us already kind of knew. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't the time for Marlo to come running out there. It was two people in particular. Y'all, did y'all see that on social media, or did y'all miss it? Right. How many times for the light bulb come on before we get the revelation? I'm wondering. When do you get tired of hitting your head on the same brick wall? Gloria Nelson says, we as black women should support one another. You should, but we should also hold each other accountable too. When you right, I'm with you. And when you wrong, I'm dragging you. Now, it might be in love, but we drag it. I'm not finna sit up here and uphold no wrongdoing. I ain't never in my life upheld even my children in wrongdoing. So I'm absolutely not going to uphold another grown woman in wrongdoing. I'm telling you, it's never going to happen. I'm telling you, it's never going to happen. Did y'all see what Marlo did this morning or late last night? Did you? Because I would hope you did. I would hope you did. It was a mess. I was like, was this really necessary? Was it really, really necessary? Let me let y'all hear this audio. Barbara say she saw it. Barbara C say she saw it.
Why am I not on this season? Because two people, can you guess, didn't want me back. They were really headstrong about me coming back this season.
Let me let you listen to her again.
Why am I not on this season? Because two people, can you guess, didn't want me back.
Two people didn't want me back. They was headstrong about it. Marlo, now ain't the time. Now ain't the time. Because you knew them two people was headstrong about not wanting you back all this time, which is why you kept sniping at Portia. About these girls need to get stuff in their name. I should teach a class. Maybe you should. Hey, Tiffany GT. You knew all this time. You didn't just find out yesterday or the day or whenever you made that little stupid live and made that statement that those two people were adamant about not wanting you there in order for them to be there. You knew that. We all kind of figured it out. I knew what time it was when Andy Cohen was making it clear that, oh, you would be back. And when you were saying little things like you would be back, I already knew what time it was. You had to sit it out so they could use Portia to try to amp up the ratings, because they felt like you couldn't amp it up on your own. They could only use you as a henchman. So we already knew. If that was just something you wanted to say, that's not you. You wasn't just answering a question. Marlo, people have asked you that before. Why you wasn't coming back? You never answered it any other time. All the time. From the time they said you wasn't coming back, you never said nothing. But the minute you find out them people done suspended this girl, now you want to say it because you're gloating. You know who else was gloating? Simona, old Simon, Biggie Smalls. I still don't know how you lose weight everywhere but your head. That thing worried me so bad. It's like it's giving hydrocephalus. He on there talking about Kenya, talking about that's what you get. Let me read what this nignog had to say. Because he pissed me off too. Because why you in it? Why you gloating? What the hell Kenya did to you? You think Kenya the one told that girl to play you like a bass fiddle and make you the laughing stock of everywhere? What the hell she had to do with that? But he was gloating. This dusty, crusty. He looked like he truly looks like the callus on somebody's third toe knuckle. Said staying out of Simon's business is a real flex. Look at God this season. Hashtag one Rolls Royce this season. First of all, that girl saying it's more than one Rolls Royce because she got one, that wasn't getting in your business. That was a statement of fact. And quite frankly speaking, you, Biggie Smalls, making comments about Shamil's Rolls Royce and only one on the show, you would have won in their business because you're not a part of the show. You truly are hating from outside the club and you can't get in. And Life is Beautiful say, why not? I'm happy they fired her too. I mean, sis, if you don't know no better, I can't help you. Because if you in here, I'm gonna assume you already been raised. So if you don't know what's wrong with that, I can't help you. I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna say it like that. This a B1 channel. And maybe you not B1. So I can't help you with that. If you don't know what's wrong with it, God bless you. But that girl ain't getting your business. She literally corrected what you said because it's like, okay, yeah, that ain't the only one because I got one and I bought it myself. So what it was is he felt embarrassed because he had shut off his mouth like the sassy woman that he is. Talk like a washwoman, as my mother would say. Just prattling on like some ignorant washwoman. And then when Kenya said that, he felt dumb because, oops, you didn't stick the landing. You such a fan. You a fan. You didn't even realize them girls had Rolls Royces before you ever brought your big, small behind over there on that show with funny looking Fallon. Before you ever set foot over there. So you basically was sitting up here harboring bad feelings toward her because you tried to read and you got read. And literally, Kenya ain't do nothing to him. So what you gloating for? Now you talking about hashtag one Rolls Royce this season. And it's still not one dumb because the girl with the edges, Britt Edith, she got one too. So what are you even talking about? Like, this is the type of stuff. This is the type of stuff. When we have people, because the world is getting smaller and smaller, whether we like it or not. The world is getting smaller. The world ain't big as it used to be. So we have people that are now taking part in the culture over here that's not a part of the culture. Simon ain't a part of the culture. He don't even realize why he need to shut up. He don't even realize why we don't care that girl played him. We don't care. It's actually funny. The only people that seem to care are the people who already just did not like Portia. So it's like, oh yeah, he's harassing her. This is great. But the rest of us, we don't care. You the dummy. We already knew what Portia was. You are the king of the idiot people. But the fact that he's so tone deaf, he don't even realize what's happening in this moment because you're not a part of the culture. I hate to quote Kendrick Lamar, but you're not like us. You're not like us. You don't even understand what's happening. We could sit him down and explain that to him. And he still wouldn't get it. This ain't got nothing to do with that, because now they saying that Fallon ain't even that girl real cousin. And what would she have to do with him, considering Fallon don't even deal with him? He ain't voicing no opinion. He's acting like an effeminate man. And I'm still trying to figure out how you got the energy to be that effeminate looking like you looking. I'm just wondering. You can love him. Somebody needs to. He got a face only a mother could love, and his mama gone on the glory. So bless your heart for loving him. Hey, Aries son, thank you for being 176. King Sankar says, Simon, if you was American, you would have understood a girl that looked like Portia could never love a broke version of you, sir. Absolutely not. A girl that looked like Portia can't love a rich version of you. She can only stay as long as she can stay. You hard to look at. Now, I try to keep it clean, but I said it the other day. This man is horribly unattractive. If I had to stay in the house with him, my alarm clock would play Thriller every morning. Hey, Dr. J, thank you for being 179. Okay, King Sankar. See, nephew, you see me and I see you. You see me and I see you. Zaleen Turner said he was the one that signed the prenup. Now he mad. Big dummy. Hey, Tamika Graham, thank you for being 178. What's not true? Life is beautiful. Tell me what's not true. Because I know I told the truth. I don't practice lying. Poetic Lyrics say, Simon, your slip showing. Yes. And he definitely wearing one of them old grandma cotton slips. Because I'm sick of him anyway. Tafara 718 say, I'm enjoying this life so much from a different perspective. It's a breath of fresh air. You know, sometimes sis got to come at it just like it is. Sometimes I could just tell jokes. Sometimes I can't. But, you know, it's just annoying. You over here chasing one of our girls. And this one of them ones that play fast and loose. A man from here would have known what that was. But because you not like us, you so dumb, you didn't even realize what you was looking at. Did you think, I'm wondering, did he think his money was going to get him loyalty? That ain't how it work over here, baby. You in the field now. I know a few aunties that would take Simon off. Look, he's Edo. He knows who he should be going for. If he want love, he just don't want to accept it. That's what I'm talking about. Because see, at the end of the day, he could get a girl from where he from to kind of roll with him. You're not going to get no girl over here to stay with you. Not looking Negro. Do you know how much money you would need? You would need Bill Gates bread. You would need Jay-Z bread to make somebody pretend like they don't see you. You ugly as farting in church on Christmas. Like, it'll take a whole lot more money than you got, like you doing good, but you ain't got enough to be looking like that. King Sankara say the wheels on the bus. Let me put my Florida away. Yes. Right. That's why I'm trying to behave, because you know your TT is very Florida. Hey to Adorable, thank you for being 185. Right. LELC. You feel me? And now every time we turn around, you got all this anti-Black American rhetoric on your Instagram. Like, dude, we don't need that. You mad with us for what? That girl seen a sucker and she licked you. Now you paying the house note on the house you can't even walk in. You got played. You were played. Like a game of Atari. Like Miss Pac-Man with the joystick. At the end of the day, Belle Biv DeVoe told you don't trust the big button to smile. And Portia got a big old button. She smiled a lot. You should have known better. I'm that girl say, oh, Shaditra, the word nignog is used as the N word. It is. And I meant it just like that too. It is. Tenfold. Barbara say, so you saying Portia is a certified gold digger. And what's wrong with that? Pray tell. Is that a problem? Because we support gold diggers over here. If you ain't digging for gold, you need to be digging for some other precious metal or mineral. I surely pray that you're not digging for something other than something you can trade in at the bank. I'm just saying. Now you on here gloating, putting your nose in something that's way above your intellectual grade, sir. You know how to make money. Go make some more money now. And then find a woman that you can spend it on that ain't gonna run from you when she's hit her tolerance level. I told y'all that's all happened with Fallon. That's all went on with that girl. She couldn't take no more, so she started sleeping with the pool boy. She was tired of looking at that. I can't imagine having to lay down and look up at that. That would scare the hell out of me. I'm telling you, I couldn't do it. Ain't enough money this side of nowhere. Now, I ain't being ugly, but my stuff will ball up in a fist. That ain't gonna work. It'll turn inside out and ball up in a fist. Ain't nowhere in the hell. Negro sitting up there looking like death on a cracker. Seriously, if he holds still too long, you're gonna swear it's a corpse in your house. Every time that Negro nod off, I'll be passing a mirror up under his nose to make sure he's still breathing, sitting up there looking just like himself. Even when his eyes open, you just want to walk across him and do this and put some pennies over his eyelids. Hell no. He said, I'm surprised Porch was able to secure the Rolls Royce. That'd be the first thing they take back. She know what she doing. Yeah, she knew what she was doing. His silly self. The first thing he should have did was not sign that prenup. Big stupid self. You all over here playing in the field and don't know field Negroes play by different rules, man. Candy Delight he said he had movers on speed dial. Why he can't put them to work? He could to move his stuff. Since he got to pay the note on the house, he can't walk in. Big dummy. He do behave like a woman. He just don't look like one. I ain't never seen a woman that unattractive. And I done seen some ugly women, but I ain't never seen nothing look like that. I'm just saying. Girl, please. Every time he nodded off in a house with me, I'd be running that mirror up under his nose. Make sure I see some fog or something. He looked like a corpse. We all know about the corpse bride. This Negro got the nerve to be the corpse husband. So now, sliding right along, I'll tell y'all what else going on. But yeah, Bravo got a problem. Bravo got a problem. Dear Bravo, y'all got a culture issue before we slide to the real quick before I let y'all go. But Bravo, y'all got a culture issue. They work so hard to create and to cultivate that toxic, low vibrational, overly sexual climate, degenerate climate, that now it has backfired. Now it's biting them in the behind. Now you got 2 lawsuits against your precious Andy Cohen. Now you got another potential lawsuit. They better hope this gal with them teeth don't sue him. Because if her and her veneers go get a lawyer and drag them before the court, that'll be a 3rd lawsuit. I predict after what has happened here, if they survive for another season, they gonna have to keep her there just because Kenya did that. Look what happened. Candy played up that angle about Phaedra and Portia repeating the rumor, and they done had to give Candy how many spinoffs? So now, if this girl managed not to sue, they gonna owe her the whole stove. They gonna owe her the whole stove. So Bravo, the mess you're in, you did it to yourself. It's unfortunate what's going on with Kenya. As much as I don't care for her personality or her character, I hate that this happened. I hate that she did it. I hate that it played out like this. There was no positive outcome for this. I don't see how any of this could have played out positively. This was a very disappointing thing. And I feel like I told y'all when I first reported on this is an L that all of us have to take. This ain't no, ooh, Kenya getting it. We all taking this L. Everybody who ever agreed with the behavior is complicit. Everybody who did not speak out and categorically say the things that were going on were wrong. All this overt sexuality, this hypersexuality that they were pushing on these shows, every time it went on, the sexual allegations that were unfounded, the lies against families and children, every time it happened, unless you categorically verbalize social media with your mouth, wherever, this is wrong, I'm against it. This is an L for all of us to take. This is an L for the culture to take. As much as Kendrick Lamar beating the crap out of that Canadian cornball clown was a win for the culture, this was a loss for the culture. This was not a loss for Kenya. This was a loss for all us. We all got to take this L because we were all complicit in allowing it to happen. She said what she heard. Dawn said, new girl already lawyered up. I mean, I'm sure she did. Wouldn't you? Can we be honest? Wouldn't you? Tafara said she finna go to the reflection pond. It's the reflection corner. Don't go to the pond. You might fall in. Don't do it. Miss Weedy Pooh, thank you for being number 190. Yeah, so Bravo, you got a problem. Like, I don't even know what y'all gonna do at this point. But this is one of those times where digging the ditch for Black people turned into a ditch for everybody. So I would love to see how Bravo is gonna dig themselves out of this one. My hat's off to you, Bravo. Here's to you. And bump you, because I don't like Bravo. I don't even know how they can dig themselves out of this. I don't like you. I don't like nothing about Bravo. But let's see how they dig themselves out of this one. So a couple of the real quicks. No, you can't brush. You can't brush it off. Oh, wow. Oh, that just made my chest tight. I just got some bad news, but I'm okay. I'm okay. They can't brush this off because now we got court cases. You can't brush off a court case, honey. Ain't that much brushing in the world. They would love to, though. Hey, Cynthia Gross, thank you for being 186. Island girl in the house. Hey. You know, I kind of was until just now. So there you have it, right? Back to this. So we got some interesting news coming in. Jay-Z and Alicia Keys is teasing new music. So y'all know they had their little anthem, that New York song or whatever, where the girl, Lil Mama, jumped up on the stage and embarrassed herself, and y'all ain't never let that girl live it down. You didn't. They're coming back. They got new music. They gonna collab one more good time. Thank you, Bertha. That one just caught me off guard. Hey, Miss Gigi, thank you for being 192. So they got new music coming. Lil Wayne, oddly enough, is gonna have a Vegas residency. So we saw all the hoopla while Usher was in Vegas. I think that this might be interesting too. I don't think it's gonna be like Usher. I don't think it's gonna be people, booting it up and hooching around and half naked for Lil Wayne, but you never know. You never know. Anything's possible. And then of course we do have on Juneteenth, Kendrick Lamar with his Pop Out Ken and Friends. He's gonna be doing his thing, and that's gonna be, I'm told, on Amazon Music, Twitch, and Prime or whatever, so people can watch it there. Because them tickets was not happening. It wasn't happening. Lord Barbara here talking about a darn Illuminati. Don't y'all know that mess don't exist? This ain't one of them weirdo conspiracy channels, man. I'm gonna just tell you, we not one of them. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's the gossip. That's the lick for now. Let me get a few more comments. Okay, a few more comments. And oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, hot flash again. Nashima M, thank you so much for being like number 194. But yeah, that's what I got for it. Like, those are my thoughts. Like, I literally sat up there. Let me grab my pen. I sat up there and watched everything play out. And I think over the next few days, we're going to see a lot more play out. We're going to see a lot more things play out. I think we're going to see a lot more people make jabs and slick comments and be gloating and going on. We're going to see. That's all I can say. I can tell you I'm not impressed. I'm not enthused. I don't see anything funny. Like, I don't feel any kiki. Like, ain't no kiki. This is embarrassing. Kenya has embarrassed us, but I think to a certain degree we've embarrassed ourselves too. We have. So, listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. You know what time it is. If y'all didn't hit the like button on the way in, please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. If you're new, welcome again. We're so glad y'all came to kick it with us tonight. That means so much to me. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because you know we're happy to have you here. If you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. Also in the description box, we got the link for our Royal Family merchandise store, so you can get your crown here in classic black and gold or our emerald crown designs. Also in the description box is the link for our Amazon storefront, so we can shop together for our own various homes, and my Amazon wish list in case you want to send me some notepads, pens, anything for me to take notes, snacks, doodads, doohickeys, all that. I appreciate all support. Thank you for the super chats that we got this evening. I appreciate you guys. That meant so much to me. It warmed my heart. And I want y'all to have a wonderful evening. If you're going to bed, good night. Say your prayers. If you're going out, be careful, drive safe, no drunk driving, call an Uber or Lyft. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And it's really nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all again soon, okay? Bye.